Hello everyone, this is Meenakshi Birari working as an assistant professor in chemistry at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Nasik. In previous lecture, we have studied Introduction to Fermentation Industry. Now, in today's lecture, I am going to explain the manufacture of ethyl alcohol from molasses. So, let's move towards today's lecture. Ethanol, also known as ethyl alcohol, drinking alcohol or grain alcohol. It is a flammable, colorless, mildly toxic chemical compound and is best known as the alcohol, which is also found in alcoholic beverages. Ethanol is a good solvent. It is also used as a germicide, beverage, antifreeze, fuel, depressant and chemical intermediate. Ethanol or ethyl alcohol can be made by the fermentation process of material that contains sugar or from the compound which can be converted to sugar. This one is the structural formula of ethanol, that is CH3CH2OH. It is known to you that ethanol is a renewable source of energy and dependable alternative to fossil fuels, and its demand enhances with time for versatile applications. It is a good solvent. It is also used as germicide, beverage, fuel, depressant and chemical intermediate. In industries, ethanol is produced from molasses. So ethanol production processes from molasses take place in different steps. What is molasses? It is nothing but one of the byproduct from sugar industry. So ethanol can be made by the fermentation process of material that contains sugar or from the compound which can be converted to sugar. Manufacture of industrial alcohol involves number of steps. Industrially, ethyl alcohol is manufactured from molasses. Actually, molasses is a dark color viscous liquid which is left after the crystallization of cane sugar from cane juice, and it contains 50 to 55% of total sugar. Molasses is converted into ethyl alcohol by means of yeast, which produces the enzymes like invertase and zymase. Also, ethyl alcohol is manufactured from food grains, from fruits and also from the hydrocarbons. So, industrially, ethyl alcohol is manufactured from molasses, food grains, fruits and hydrocarbons. When we consider the raw materials required for the manufacture of industrial alcohol, these are sugars, starchy materials, lignocellulosic materials. In sugars, that may be sugar cane, cane sugar, sugar beet sugar act as a raw material for the manufacture of industrial alcohol. The starchy materials like corn, wheat, sweet sorghum, cassava, etc. that may be used as a raw material. Lignocellulosic material contains sugarcane bagasse, corn stover, cereal straws, etc. So, we should remember, for the manufacture of industrial alcohol or ethyl alcohol, the raw materials are sugars, starchy materials, lignocellulosic materials. So the material involved in the manufacture of ethyl alcohol, these are sugar, starch and cellulose. In today's lecture, we will discuss the manufacture of industrial alcohol from molasses. India is the second largest producer of the world to convert molasses into alcohol. Ethanol has become one of the important product as alternative feedstock for large number of organic chemicals and fuel. It can be prepared by fermentation of molasses, and molasses first converted to glucose and fructose, and then these inverting sugars converted to alcohol and carbon dioxide. Molasses is converted into ethyl alcohol by means of yeast, which produces the enzymes invertase and zymase. The enzyme invertase hydrolyzes cane sugar, that is sucrose, into glucose and fructose, while the enzyme zymase decomposes glucose and fructose into ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide. Alcohol is produced by the action of zymase enzyme, which is secreted by the microorganism known as yeast. But it should be noted that all sugars cannot be fermented by zymase. Cane sugar and maltose are not fermentable with zymase, but the fermentation of cane sugar or the sucrose will be carried out by using the enzyme, first of all invertase, which brings about the conversion of cane sugar, that is sucrose, into glucose and fructose by the process known as hydrolysis, and then glucose is converted into alcohol by the enzyme zymase. So let's see the manufacture of ethyl alcohol from molasses. Molasses, it is nothing but one of the byproduct obtained from sugar industry. Already in previous lecture we have studied about molasses or byproducts from sugar industry. Molasses is a viscous product resulting from refining sugarcane or sugar beets into sugar. Molasses varies by amount of sugar, that is method of extraction or also age of plant. It is black colored byproduct, and molasses having number of applications. It is used in cooking and baking by forming its different products. Actually, molasses is a dark colored viscous liquid which is left after the crystallization of cane sugar from cane juice. It contains 50 to 55% total sugar, that is cane sugar, glucose and fructose, of which 35 to 40% is cane sugar or sucrose, that is C12H22O11. In industry, ethanol is prepared from molasses, and the molasses are residues when sugarcane is processed while producing sugar from it. Ethanol production processes from molasses take place in different steps, that may be dilution of molasses, fermentation, distillation and rectification, concentration, drying, etc. So first important step, that is molasses handling. Second, preparation of yeast inoculums, propagation of yeast, then fermentation, distillation of dilute alcohol for removal of impurities, concentration of the dilute alcohol to rectified spirit and absolute alcohol, molasses fertilizer production. So the number of steps involved in the manufacture of ethyl alcohol. These are molasses, which is a byproduct of sugar industry. Ethanol production in industry, it is prepared from molasses, and molasses are residues when sugarcane is processed while producing sugar from it. The first step, that is water mixing, dilution, then the fermentation. In this step, the mash is fermented using yeast, whereby the sugar is converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide. For fermentation, the optimum time temperature combinations are utilized. Then the next step, that is distillation and rectification. In this step, concentration and cleaning of ethanol produced by distillation take place. Drying. In this last step, dehydration of ethanol take place. The fermentation reaction, when we observe for ethyl alcohol from molasses, that is C12H22O11 plus water, give the formation of glucose or fructose C6H12O6. Further, glucose is converted into alcohol plus carbon dioxide, that is C2H5OH and CO2. During fermentation, first sucrose is converted into glucose and fructose by enzyme invertase, and then glucose is converted into ethyl alcohol. So these are the steps involved in the manufacture of ethanol from molasses. So alcohol is produced by the action of Zymes enzymes on certain sugars. The most important is glucose, which found in sweet fruits and honey, along with fructose. Alcohol is produced by the action of Zymes enzyme, which is secreted by the microorganisms known as yeast. It should be noted that all sugars cannot be fermented by Zymes. Zymes only act on glucose and fructose. Cane sugar or beet sugar and malt sugar, these are non-fermentable with Zymes. But these sugars also get fermented in presence of yeast. Yeast along with Zymes also secretes the other enzymes like invertase and maltase. Therefore, first the enzyme invertase brings about the conversion of cane sugar or beet sugar or sucrose into glucose and fructose by the process known as hydrolysis, and then glucose is converted into alcohol by the enzyme Zymes. Now what is the basic chemical reaction involved in the manufacture of industrial alcohol or ethyl alcohol from molasses? So the chemical reactions involved in ethanol production from molasses are the main reaction, that is sucrose C12H22O11 plus water. Hydrolysis of sucrose gives two molecules of C6H12O6, that may be glucose or fructose monosaccharides with enzyme invertase. So this reaction, it occurs in the presence of invertase enzyme. Then further glucose is converted into ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide by the enzyme Zymes. It should be noted that all sugars cannot be fermented by Zymes. Here the cane sugar is first converted into glucose and fructose by using the enzyme invertase. Further, the glucose is converted into alcohol by the enzyme Zymes. In also the byproduct CO2, carbon dioxide. So sucrose undergo hydrolysis and gives glucose and fructose in the presence of enzyme invertase. Then the side reaction, that is twice C6H12O6 plus water, it may give alcohol ROH or aldehyde RCHO having high molecular weight alcohols C2H5OH. So we should remember the reactions involved in ethanol production from molasses. Then the actual conversion involves the different steps. These are dilution, addition of sulfuric acid and ammonium phosphate, fermentation, distillation by coffee still. So let's see all these steps in the manufacture of industrial alcohol from molasses one by one. First of all, preparation of wash or wort. For this, the important step, that is dilution. In this, the molasses is diluted with distilled water. Since molasses contain high concentration of sugar, about 50 to 55%, it does not support direct yeast fermentation. Hence, the molasses is diluted with distilled water to a concentration of 10 to 15% of sugar. Already in previous lecture we have studied the factors which are favorable for fermentation. So, the solutions must be diluted. Here, the molasses is diluted with distilled water to a concentration of 10 to 15% of sugar. Then the second step, that is addition of sulfuric acid and ammonium phosphate. To the diluted molasses solution, a small amount of dilute H2SO4 sulfuric acid is also added to check the growth of undesirable bacteria which would form lactic acid and acetic acid. The pH of the solution is also brought down to 4 to 5 with sulfuric acid. In this case, the pH is adjusted to 4 to 5 with addition of sulfuric acid H2SO4. Then some nutrients for yeast such as ammonium phosphate are also added in the solution, and the resulting solution is called mash. So this one is the second step, that is addition of sulfuric acid and ammonium phosphate. By the addition of some nutrient to the yeast, the solution is prepared, that is the resulting solution is called mash. Now the next step, that is fermentation. The mash is then pumped to a large steel fermenter closed in modern plants to collect CO2 and afford easier cleaning and sterilizing. Then a charge of selected yeast, 5% of the total volume, is added to the fermenter, and the temperature is also maintained at about 30 degrees Celsius. So the optimum temperature will be maintained here about 30 degrees Celsius. Cooling coils are necessary to maintain the temperature as this reaction is exothermic reaction. The fermentation sets in and enzymes present in the yeast brings about the conversion of sucrose and other sugars into ethyl alcohol. In about 48 hours, 8 to 10% of ethyl alcohol is produced. Then the carbon dioxide liberated in the process is scrubbed with water and sold as dry ice or disposed of. The fermentation is arrested by passing air through the liquid, and the yeast is filtered off, and the filtrate thus obtained is called wash or wort and contains about 6 to 10% of alcohol. Now the further step, that is distillation. This one is the flow diagram of fermentation for the manufacture of ethyl alcohol from molasses. The mash is then pumped to a large steel fermenter. This one is the fermenter, which is closed in modern plants to collect carbon dioxide and afford easier cleaning and sterilizing. Then a charge of selected yeast is added to the fermenter. Here the charge, that is yeast, is added to the fermenter, and the temperature is also maintained at about 30 degrees Celsius. Cooling coils are necessary to maintain the temperature as this reaction is exothermic. The fermentation sets in and enzymes present in the yeast bring about the conversion of sucrose or other sugars into ethyl alcohol. So it requires about 48 hours. Within 48 hours, 8 to 10% of ethyl alcohol is produced. The Carbon dioxide which is liberated in this process is scrubbed with water and then sold as dry ice, or that may be disposed of. The yeast is filtered off and the filtrate thus obtained is called wash or wort. Then the next step, that is distillation. The wash or wort is then distilled in a specially designed continuous still called coffee still. So let's see the distillation of wash or wort by coffee still. First of all, coffee or patent still distillation. It was invented by Robert Stein, which was later modified and patented by Ennis Coffee in the year 1831. It is a continuous distillation process. There are two towers of 80 feet high. First one is known as analyzer and second is called rectifier. The wash or wort obtained by fermentation process is then distilled in a specially designed continuous still columns called coffee still. It consists of two tall fractionating columns called as analyzer and rectifier. Each column is provided with copper plates for collection of condensate. The coffee still works on the counter current principle and steam and alcohol travel in opposite directions through the still. When we observe here, the alcohol and steam travel in opposite directions through the still. It was called the continuous still or patent still or coffee still or the columnar still. It had two columns, the analyzer and rectifier column. The analyzer vaporizes the alcohol from the hot wash. The rising alcohol vapors proceeded to the rectifier column where they cool down on coming in contact with the cold wash. This purifies, increases the strength and condenses the alcoholic vapors. Here the coffee still works or the counter current principle and steam and the alcohol travel in the opposite directions through the still. This process produces lighter styles of the spirit, that is also called as a light body spirits. So let's see the procedure of distillation in the coffee still. Distillation of wash in the coffee still. Here the hot wash is pumped into rectifier column and steam is injected in the analyzer. Both mix up in baffles which are specially perforated trays, resulting in the formation of vapors of ethanol. The steam and ethanol travel in opposite direction through the still. So the wash or wort containing 6 to 10% of alcohol is pumped from the bottom part of the rectifier to the upper section of analyzer, which passes through several heat exchanges in rectifier. A current of steam is passed from bottom end of the analyzer. Then the steam passes up the analyzer and takes away with it the vapors of alcohol from the downcoming wash. The mixture of alcohol and steam vapors leaves the analyzer at the top end and then enters the rectifier near the base. The mixture of alcohol and steam also hits the wash or wort flowing through the pipes on its way to the analyzer. Then in the rectifier, condensation takes place and most of the steam is condensed because boiling point of steam is 100 degrees Celsius while that of ethyl alcohol has boiling point 78 degrees Celsius. The uncondensed alcohol vapors escapes near top of rectifier and then are condensed with the help of a condenser. The alcohol thus obtained is about 90% pure. The residue left in the still is used as cattle feed. So that is the actual procedure which occurs in the coffee still, that is the distillation of wash or what. The residue which is left in this still, it is used as cattle feed. So after the distillation, the alcohol is then subjected to the fractional distillation, where in the first fraction it contains low boiling liquids such as acetaldehyde. In the second fraction, that contains about 95% of ethyl alcohol called rectified spirit or industrial alcohol, and in the third fraction it contains fuel oil which contains mainly amyl alcohol with some propyl and butyl alcohol. So by using the fractional distillation, the alcohol or the different byproducts are obtained. First fraction contains low boiling liquids such as acetaldehyde. Second fraction contains 95% ethyl alcohol, also known as the rectified spirit or industrial alcohol. The third fraction contains fuel oil, also contains amyl alcohol, some propyl and butyl alcohol, etc. So in today's lecture we have studied the manufacture of industrial alcohol or ethyl alcohol from molasses. In next lecture we will study the manufacture of industrial alcohol from food grains or fruits. Thank you.